Error handling. There is a very popular one which is called circular reference, and basically it comes when you calculate something that is calculated based on another calculation that was initially based on a calculation itself. That sounds weird now, but to give an example, like here, there is one hidden, which is actually visible down here. Circular references in D22. So D22, you see items per order is calculated by the basket size divided by average value per item, and the average value per item is calculated by the basket size divided by the items per order. So it's basically an inherent calculation that is not possible like that. So in that case, you know that actually in that case the D22 is not the circular. The reason, I mean, it's also a part of that, but the actual mistake is here. In D25 here should not be a formula. Here should be a value, like for example €8 or $8 per item, and then you can see that the items per order is 5, which is 40 divided by 8. What you can also actually do is, if you don't see it directly, okay, now you also get like the circular reference warning. Yeah, and usually you also see these arrows then, that there's circular reference between those two cells, and that's where you have to fix it. So I put in here 8, and then it works. 6 was changed that, so you can see it calculates out of the 3. Okay, so then you have also another very popular Excel error, which is diff0. As usually in documents, it always looks ugly, and it is, for example, here it's a calculation 0 divided by 0, because for some reason there are like 0 lines. What you can do is, when you have a diff0 calculation, is use a formula called isError, and if you do that, then it tells you, yeah, there's an error. So that's actually then yeah, very obvious. But actually to fix it, you can do something like an if clause. So you can say if this is an error, and you just could see that it said true. So if that is true, then you should do nothing. If there's no error, then he should divide it. Yeah. So now we can see it's empty because there was an error. We can move it now over, and you can see it works. And now if let's say 32 divided by 15, if there would have been numbers in there, like here 10, then you can see that now there comes a value, otherwise it's empty. Yeah, so that's actually pretty cool to make it more, to make it look better and don't have errors in your spreadsheet. Next to diff0, you have another one that is quite common. It's called value. I don't have it in here right now, but for example, if you have something like, just don't make it a date, let's put in like a big number and another big number. If I would add these numbers now in my Excel, it will tell me value, which is caused by the fact that in my Excel the separating sign is a comma and not a point. So basically it's two different formats. So the value always shows you that apparently something with the format is not right. He thinks that this is text, but it's a number. So what you can do is, for example, that you When you get the value, you know it's different format, and then you can see here in that case, for example, that you have to replace the point with a comma, and then all of a sudden it works, and the value error is gone. Okay, so these are like the most common Excel errors. Then there's another cool function that you should know. It's called trace dependence. That is in formulas, and then trace dependence or trace precedence. So as you can see already here, it shows the errors that indicate what cells affect the value of the currently selected cell, and the other one is the other way around. So what cells are affected by the value of the current selected cell. If I, for example, say trace precedence, then you can see that this number actually is calculated out of that area. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Or let's take another one. How does VAT affect? So precedent, it refers to this one, and dependent basically to all numbers in the model. As you can see, it's like affecting everything. That's quite cool to understand how, or to understand how the structure of formulas in big Excels is put together. Okay, that's basically it about error handling.